Hi, Jody. I'm doing my introductory vlog because I haven't done that yet. Alright, so we're gonna go through this survey one question at a time. Alright, my full name is Calla Michalak. Do I have a nickname? What is it? Well, when my brother was younger, he went through a phase, like, for a year where he thought he was Thomas the Tank Engine, and so he gave everyone in my family train names, and mine was Mavis, so my family still calls me Mavis sometimes. My dad always does. He calls me Mouse, too. And then freshman year, we wrote a bunch of short stories during, like, the first week of study hall, and I somehow came to the nickname Q, and Brittany became X, and that was how Leanne became Ferret. I am 17 years old. I have an older brother and an older sister. My sister is 21, and she's a senior at Emory. And my brother is 19, and he's a sophomore at UAB. Do I play any sports? I have been a competitive swimmer for almost 11 years. I played a lot of other sports as a child and was just really bad at them. Like, I couldn't run, I have no hand-eye coordination, and I once struck out in t-ball. So, there's that. Do I have any hobbies? I like reading, and I like baking, and I like watching movies, and, if I could, I would whitewater raft more than I do. I like hiking. Hobbies, yeah. Clubs and activities, I am a co-leader of the Lumberjack Club at school, which we basically eat pancakes in camp. We do some service work in the winter months, but it's mostly just pancakes and camping, which is fun. I also do youth and government and Model UN, which are both fun. And I feel like I'm in other clubs that I just don't do anything for. Like, I think technically I'm in the Spanish club. Never been to a Spanish club meeting. So, my favorite color is purple. My room is purple. I'm not in my room right now. This is my brother's room. As evidenced by the Thomas figurine. My favorite food, my dad grills shrimp in coconut milk, and he seasons them really well, so probably that. And my favorite dessert right now is probably chocolate cake, because I really want some. My favorite book it's a Tamora Pierce book called Crown Jewel, which I really like. And then there's also another one by Orson Scott Card called Ender's Game, which my whole family is really big into. My favorite book series is Harry Potter. My favorite movie is 10 Things I Hate About You, the one with Heath Ledger. I don't know. It's funny. I like movies that are Shakespeare reimaginings. And then I really like superhero movies, except Superman. I don't really like Superman. My favorite subject in school, I really enjoy biology a lot. It's really interesting. I'm excited next year because I get to take psychology. So, yeah. My least favorite class is is calculus. I took pre-cal last year, which was probably worse than calculus. I hated it. My favorite song. I have a lot of favorite songs, so we're just gonna go with what the last played thing on my iTunes was, which was Miss California by Jack's Mannequin, which I like that song. I like that song a lot. Favorite band. One Direction. The Jonas Brothers. Honestly, if I could see anyone in concert, it would be the Jonas Brothers. Just to fulfill a promise to, like, my 12-year-old self. So, yeah. Oh, I'm also really excited about the Justin Timberlake Jay-Z stadium tour. It's gonna be awesome. Do I play an instrument? I was in band in 6th and 7th grade. I was percussion. I was horrible. I was horrible. I also used to play the piano. I was decent, but then I just stopped. So I'm trying to relearn the piano, but I'm really bad. What do I want to be when I grow up? See this? People keep asking me this question, and it terrifies me. Because I don't know, I think I could be really happy being like a kindergarten teacher for the rest of my life. But I don't know. I want to major in like developmental psychology or maybe biology, maybe like international relations. I just don't know. But I think if I had an ideal job, I would be a kindergarten teacher. What country would I most like to visit? I don't know. Uh, I like, I don't know. My family has this competition going on where we want to win continents, and my sister won Africa this summer. My dad won Asia. My mom won Europe. So my brother and I are fighting over South America and Australia. So probably either like Brazil or Australia. Um, Name one object that makes me happy. Uh, my laptop, I guess. I like my laptop. So yeah. I also have a black dress that I really like. So I'm gonna maybe say my dress. I don't know. What is my greatest fear? I'm really terrified of drowning, which is odd because I'm lifeguard certified. I've been swimming since age like 3. And yeah, but I'm terrified of drowning. And my most irrational fear, I'm afraid of Bill Nye the Science Guy. I think he's creepy and weird and just nuts. What is my favorite joke? Um, I came across last weekend a book called Zoolarious of just like really, really terrible animal jokes for children. Um, I don't even remember what the jokes were, but they were really funny just because they were so stupid. Um, my most embarrassing moment. One time, one of my really good friends pantsed me on the pool deck, and like I had just changed out of my swimsuit, and we had walked down the hallway from the locker rooms together, and he just like didn't think and just pantsed me in front of several hundred people. Um, that was really, really embarrassing. I slapped him, and it was bad. Name of my oldest friend that I still keep in contact with. Well, I have a friend since childhood, like since I was like 3 months old, maybe. Her name is Gabby, but she lives in Michigan, and I haven't seen her in years. We still talk occasionally, and our moms are really good friends. They haven't really seen each other recently either. But I think we're gonna try to get together. Our families are at some point this summer, so I'm excited about that. But like the one that I see on a regular basis is Amanda. She's a year ahead of us in school, and we swam together when I moved, like starting from the time that I moved here, and she just had her last meet last weekend, which was really sad. I cried a little bit. My mom cried while Amanda was swimming her last event. So I'm going to the movies with her tonight. So that I actually like see on a regular basis is Amanda. Um, I am definitely an extrovert. I don't deal well with being alone for super long periods of time. I need other people around to make me feel like at my best. The best prank I've ever pulled. I once convinced Caitlin that my brother hadn't actually gone to college. He had gotten married to someone who didn't exist named Jessica and was actually living in Birmingham with his wife and child and not going to college. And then he showed up at school to bring me lunch, and I met him before we went into the lunchroom, and I was like, Ian, I need you to tell Caitlin that you're married to a girl named Jessica and have a kid, and he went along with it. So that was funny. What was my last birthday party? My mom threw me a surprise 16th birthday, and most of the girls you'll see on this channel came. We decorated t-shirts, played laser tag, and ate cupcakes. It was fun. If I could learn one language that I cannot already speak, Elvish. Just so that I could say that I spoke Elvish. Sea or sand? See, I kind of put them hand in hand. Oh, that rhymed. But probably the sea, just because I like water a lot. Homesick or wanderlust? I think definitely wanderlust. I don't know. I was home for like a week maybe last summer, and it was the best summer I've ever had. So, what Disney character am I? Oh my god. I don't know. Goofy? I could be Goofy. Alright, we'll say Goofy. If I have to save one object from a fire, what is it? See, I feel really bad saying this, but I think it would probably be my computer. But like I have books on here, and I have a lot of family photos, because I keep all of those for my family. So probably my computer. What is something I absolutely cannot stand? When people don't push in their chairs. Like, I legitimately walk around classrooms at school pushing in everyone's chairs because it just drives me insane. My favorite possession. I have a stuffed dog that my grandpa gave me the day I was born, named Pucky Dog, because I couldn't say puppy when I was little. So Pucky Dog. Cookie dough or brownie batter? Right now, I'm gonna say brownie batter. The answer changes like hour to hour, so brownie batter. What's the most played song on my iTunes? Let's see. It is. Oh, it's Empty Chairs at Empty Tables from the 25th anniversary Les Mis production. It's Nick Jonas as Marius. I really like it. Really like it. Favorite smell? The smell of cake in the oven or cookies. Baking. I like the smell of baking. Favorite sound? Some would say my favorite sound is probably the sound of my own voice, but I don't know. I like listening to people who are actually good at playing the piano play the piano. I think it's really relaxing. My least favorite place I've ever visited. That's not cool. Oh, my dad, when I was like 3, maybe, took us to this like Dino Land. I don't know what it is, where it is. It's probably shut down by now. But there were these like 2 towers connected by this really rickety bridge with a large hole in the middle. And I'm like 3. So my brother and sister go running across, and they like jump over. My dad had to like toss me over. And he apparently just the entire time was like, oh my god, their mom is gonna kill me. My mom was not pleased. But she was out of town, so like she came home, and it was bad. It was bad. I don't think he told her until a couple of years later. You're a fictional character from a book. Who are you? I was told once that I am Joanna from the Hunger Games. Just like that kind of snarky, but also at the same time, I don't know, that snarky friend who takes their clothes off a lot. You know. What celebrity do you want to date? I want to date Justin Timberlake. I do. I do. Like that, he might be my dream man. And what celebrity do I want to be best friends with? I could deal with being best friends with Justin Timberlake, but Emma Stone or Darren Criss or Andy Samberg. I would be best friends with Andy Samberg in a heartbeat. What's my first memory? My first memory, I got a big girl bed for like my 3rd or 4th birthday, and I still remember like jumping up and down on my Winnie the Pooh sheets, just saying, big girl bed, big girl bed, big girl bed, over and over and over again, because I was so excited. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. My first crush. My first, like, celebrity crush was on, Orlando Bloom, and it was really creepy and obsessive. I had pictures of him all over my bulletin board. I was, like, 8. And then my first crush on, like, a boy that I actually knew, he's one of my best friends now, but his name is, Jacob. And, yeah, when I was, like, 10, it was, yeah, I swim with him. So I see a lot of him. Name one thing that I regret buying. I regret buying the, like, 5-part, like, the full 5-book Game of Thrones set on the Nook. Because my family is trying to read them all. And, like, I'm just bored. And I'm only, like, 1,000 pages in. And now I feel obligated to finish all, like, 4,600 pages. And I don't want to. So I regret buying that. Would I consider myself a coward? About some things. I don't really like eating weird things, but I went to China this summer and I ate weird things. So I guess I don't know, in some aspects. I'm afraid of rejection, so yeah, a little bit. If I could drive any car, I would drive a Jeep Wrangler. Just, like, not a new one, not like a shiny one, just one that I could, like, I don't know. I want a big car. Name one superpower I'd like to possess. I want to be able to read minds. Because I am always wondering what people are thinking of me, or what people are thinking about, like, in general. So that. If I won the lottery, I would buy my parents a new house, because my mom doesn't like the one we live in. I would buy myself an old Jeep Wrangler. I would buy, like, 3 dogs, and then I would go live in the country somewhere, and then I'd donate the rest of it to charity. And my favorite John Green book is probably The Fault in Our Stars. I remember the first time I read it, I was sitting in the back of Steven's car on our way home from Atlanta, and Brenna was sitting next to me, but she was, like, listening to music or something, or watching a movie, and she looks over, and I'm just, like, sobbing. And the boys look back, and they're like, what are you doing? It's like, I just finished The Fault in Our Stars, and I'm just sitting there crying. So it just comes with, like, you know, kind of an interesting memory. So yeah, that's me. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I'll be back eventually. I might read you those short stories I mentioned at the beginning of this video at some point, because they're still on my computer, and they're still just, like, ridiculous whenever I think of them. So, bye! Live long and prosper.